Now let's cross live to Kuala Lumpur, where the CEO of Malaysian Airlines is going to hold another news conference, and this is expected to provide more information to support the conclusion from yesterday that the plane crashed in the southern Indian Ocean.
Yes. I'll come closer to the please. Yeah. As you will be aware, last night the Prime Minister of Malaysia, Dr. Sri Najib Razak, announced new evidence regarding the disappearance of MH370 on the 8th of March. Based on this evidence, the Prime Minister's message was that we must now accept the painful reality that the aircraft is now lost and that none of the passengers or crew on board survived. This is a sad and tragic day for all of us at Malaysia Airlines. While not entirely unexpected, after an intensive multinational search across 2.24 million square mile area, this news is clearly devastating for the families of those on board. They have waited for over 2 weeks for even the smallest of hope of positive news about their loved ones. This has been an unprecedented event requiring an unprecedented response. The investigation underway may yet prove to be even longer and more complex than it has been since March the 8th. But we will continue to support the families, as we have done throughout, and to support the authorities as the search for definitive answers continues. I will now, at this juncture, Ahmad Jawari, to provide you with fuller details of our support of the families.
Thank you. I stand before you today not only as the Group Chief Executive Officer of Malaysia Airlines, but also as a parent, as a brother, and as a son. My heart breaks to think of the unimaginable pain suffered by all the families. There are no words which can ease that pain. Everyone in Malaysia Airlines family is praying for the 239 souls on the 370 and for their loved ones on this dark day. We extend our prayers and sincere condolences. We all feel enormous sorrow and pain. Sorrow that all those who boarded flight MH370 on Saturday, 8th of March, will not see their families again. And those families will now have to live, they have to live on without their loved ones. It must be remembered that 13 of our own colleagues and fellow Malaysians are also on board. And let me be very clear on the events of yesterday evening. Our sole and only motivation last night was to ensure that the incredibly short amount of time available to us, the families heard the tragic news before the world did. Wherever humanly possible, we did so in person with the families or by telephone, using SMS as the last resort of ensuring fully that nearly 1,000 family members heard the news from us and not from the media. Ever since the disappearance of flight MH370, Malaysia Airlines' focus has been to comfort and support the families of those involved, and also to support the multinational search effort. We will continue to do this, while we also continue to support the work of the investigating authorities in the southern Indian Ocean. Like everyone else, we're waiting for news from those authorities. We know that while there have been an increasing number of apparent leads, definitive identification of any piece of debris is still missing. But after 17 days, the announcement made last night and shared with the families is the reality that we must face and we now must accept. When Malaysia Airlines received the approval from the investigating authorities, arrangement will be made to bring families to the recovery areas if they so wish. Until that time, we will continue to support the ongoing investigation. And may I express my thanks to the Malaysian government and all those involved in this truly global search effort. In the meantime, Malaysia Airlines' overwhelming focus will be the same as it has been from the outset, to provide the families with a comprehensive support program. Through a network of over 700 dedicated caregivers for each family, the loved ones or those on board have been provided with